Welcome on Primavera Institute Forum. My name is Vikas Ahmed, and in today's video, I'm going to guide you that what is project planning concepts, what you need to learn about project management. And in this short video, I will make you learn about all those basic concepts which you must know before diving into the planning and monitoring of any project. So let's start with it. What is the objective of this short video? This chapter discusses basic concepts of project and its management. At the completion of this chapter, you will have complete understanding of definition of a project, what is project management, and challenges in project management. So stay with me. Basic concepts and definitions, you will learn about this thing. So let's start with our first thing. What is we are going to study or cover the concepts in this short video: project management, projects, project lifecycle operation, project oriented knowledge, and product oriented knowledge. Then we will understand about process, program and program management, and portfolio management, and then project planning scheduling concepts. But in this short video, I will cover half of these topics, and half the rest of the topics I will discuss. I will cover those topics in my next video. Okay, so what is project management? Let's start with it. In project management, before understanding about project management, you should focus on the first word of project management, that is project. So you should understand that what are the tasks, what are the works, what are the things you have to claim them, or you have to define as a project. So these are the properties. Project should be unique, one time event, specific start and end dates, and temporary duration, work scope with definable task, allocated resources, project budget or cost, and tangible set of deliverables. While going through all these components which are defining a project, you should understand the definition of a project, that anything, any work you are going to do, but it is the output is unique, and it is one time event having specific start date and finish date. Let's say it's going to start on 1st of January and it's going to end up on 25th of April, like that, and there should be must be a duration about it. Then what you have to define deliver, that would be like work scope, and then resources, then cost, and then there is tangible, means the things you can touch, and the deliverables of the output as the deliverable, like tangible things. Okay, so this is the definition of a project. I'll give you example that when you are going to construct a road, that road construction is will be considered as a project. If you are going to construct a power plant, okay, then it would be considered as a project, because for the road or power plant, you are given a start date, finish date, there are set of tangible deliverables, there are resources involved while doing that work. So then drilling and exploration of oil and gas work, and manufacturing of pressure vessels and tanks. Now you can observe that now civil is differentiating from mechanical. The bottom ones are mechanical, petroleum, electrical projects, and the top one are civil project, road construction and construction of power plant. And in power plant, somehow mechanical, electrical is also involved. So I'm talking about all the engineering disciplines. Either you belong to civil engineering, mechanical, electrical, or any other engineering, but you are doing such kind of things. It means you are doing projects when you have a unique output. Okay, I'll give you an example over here. When a car vehicle automobile industry is going to launch a new model of a car, then it would be considered as a project, because those features are not pre-exist in any other model which was released earlier. Now this model having a specific features, a specific design, so those qualities will make this output a unique output that would be considered as a project. Same way you can consider your road construction, your power plant construction, your website construction, anything which is going to give you the unique output will become under the umbrella of your project. So that is the definition of project. Now come on the project management. Now you understood that what is the task, what are the qualities, what are the properties which are linked up with this task, which is called project. Now you have to manage all those things. In project, you have to deliver the deliverables, you have to consider your timeline is very important factor, you have to consider about your cost, that is very important factor as per in the definition. You have already listed all those components, that a task having start date, finish date. Now all those things you have to manage in proper way. So doing all these things, you will use know what, when, who, where, and how. These all things will compile a process or procedure. Okay, so this is a tool or technique. I'm going to define project management. It's a knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques which you utilize to manage your work throughout your project life cycle is called project management. Here is the definition. And now you will find one new word over here: project life cycle. What is project life cycle? That's the important next thing I'm going to explain to understand about project management in more effective way. That will also enhance our understanding and compatibility with project management. So moving on to the next slide, there is project life cycle. So what is project life cycle? Before going into the project life cycle details, I'll give you an example that in our life we all are following a certain pattern. There is a cycle. Either we are going to office, or either we are going to some wedding, or anything like our in day-to-day routine life. We will, if we consider all these examples, there is a process, there is a cycle. Okay, so in the same way, your project also have a cycle. Like there are certain phases. In certain phases you have to do certain defined task to manage your work in more effective way. So let's start to understand what is project life cycle in our case. So project life cycle is like this: the first phase of any project would be called as initial phase, and then there will be planning phase. That initial phase, then planning phase, I will go into the details, but later on, that what are the specific things you have to do in planning phase. The second phase is planning phase. You have to plan about your all those things which were defining the project definition: your time, your cost, your resources. You have to plan all those things in this phase. And then there is execution or implementation phase. You have to implement your project plan. And during execution phase, what you need to do, you have to carry out monitoring and control. You have to record the data, what is going on the site, which activity is going to start, in how many man hours it's going to take. There would be templates. You will develop all these templates in Excel, and then you will shift it to the site guys. They will maintain data, and you will produce the reports to aware about your project performance to all the stakeholders. Okay, and then it would be their closeout phase. So like this, there is a cycle like this. Okay, you can see. And this cycle is like from initiate to planning, planning to execution. During execution you have to carry out this phase as well, and then closing phase. As you will head towards your project completion date, it will end up, and project cycle will be closed, and it will provide you the same thing: unique set of tangible deliverables. You will take care about your project start date and finish date, cost, resources. All these things will be closed in this cycle. You have to plan, you have to execute, and then you have to generate the reports. So from project to project management to project life cycle, we are in pretty good level, phase to understand in project management in practical way. Okay, so what is the next? Operations. Most of you guys must belong to this department. Either you are civil, electrical, mechanical, any background, you are either working in project phase or in operation department. Project is the first development of any product. Either it is road, power plant, but when it comes into the running position, then that would be considered under operation department. You have to do same things again and again for same kind of results. Before, the output was unique in project. In operation, output is identical. If your company is going to produce a car, and for mass production they are providing this car, and now daily basis same identical model is going to develop. There is no change. The first time that model was developed was will be considered as a project, but later on, all the year, all the models will be developed, those are identical to the first one, so those would be the considered as operation. So like you can assume this situation in your career line. Okay, so you can define that either you're working in project or operations. And project is investment phase, and operation is a revenue generation phase. And project after it, repeated activities to perform to get identical output. And then we have operation, the definition, repeated, end result identical, and that is a permanent kind of time work. And then operation management. What is operation management? Operation management is concerned with the ongoing production of goods or services. It ensures that business operation continue efficiently by using the optimal resources needed to meet customer demands. It is concerned with the managing process that yes, that's the same thing like you have already defined about the project. Now what is the difference between project and operation management? Is the same thing. You again are going to take care about the process which is going to give you exact output. Either it is identical, doesn't matter, because operation, it is operation. So you have to manage all those things in operation cycle, but in this phase you don't need to worry that much, because every time you are repeating your cycle, and as long as you are repeating more and more and you are getting more accurate. And later on when process is going to change for another output, then it would be considered as a project. But later on when it will continue to give you same output, it will again considered as operation. So that is operation management. Examples, I will just integrate both project and operation here. That first time you are going to make anything is considered project. After that, in running position, anything would be considered as operation. Road construction, construction of power plant, already I have given these examples to you guys. And then you have a program. What is program? Here is the definition of everything. Project, program. Program, actually when you have two projects having kind of shared resources, shared kind of things, as a group of related projects, subsidiary programs. And programs, a company having multiple projects, then if you will combine all those projects, if they are relevant to each other somehow with respect to their scope of work, with respect to their resources, with respect to their output, then you will make their one group. That group will be called program. In program you have multiple related projects and subsidiary programs. And same way, when you have two or more than two programs and related operations and projects, then the combination of all these things will be called as portfolio. And I will show you the model of a company. Here you can see that is strategic benefits. That is the ultimate goal of the company. How that goal will be controlled by this hierarchy. On the upper level, you will see that there is program 1 and program 2. Program 1 is further categorized into your relevant sub-level projects, and then project is further divided into further projects. Now the combination of relevant projects is called program, and the combination of two programs are relevant programs, and then operations is called portfolio. Now you can see here is the people will work on this level will be called as program management, and the people who are looking after this level work are considered as project management. Program management is higher than project management, but project management is very necessary thing and is more important thing you need to take care. If project management is going to be good, then program management is also going to be very smooth. And the combination of program management and project management is going to be in portfolio management. And the main focus of portfolio management is to take decisions, to adopt the dynamic or diverse career outputs about the organization goals. So portfolio management people are like CEOs, visionary people. They are most experienced people in the organization. So that is the hierarchy. And then there is an example. You can see real-time example. Infrastructure organization portfolio, there is program 1 having oil and gas projects, power projects, and water. And then in program V, rail projects, airport projects, and road projects. That is portfolio level, that is program, and that is project and sub project level. And then we have a process. What is the definition of a process? After knowing all these things, process understanding is very important thing, because it is the same as you are constructing a wall. wall is important, but to put a single brick to construct that wall is more important even. So that is the same scenario. Understanding process, if you understand process, it is the only way, it is the exact way you can apply the perfect project management, program management, and portfolio management. So what is process? It is set of small actions to get required results. What is mean by that? When you are project planning, okay, I'll explain first this process. I will give you an example over here that you guys must be applying some phone package. So what telecom companies are going to tell you guys, that you have to go into your settings, then click, there would be a different options. You have to go on further view option, and I'm just giving you an example. And then set, further you will give an option, choose set, and then apply. You will get certain result. So this is a process actually. Either you are in the kitchen and you are preparing some dish, and what are the steps you are taking to cook some food, that is the process to cook that specific food. So all these set of small actions will come in sequence and will give you a process. So it is you are planning engineer, you have to understand that how project management will develop its own processes. Every organization have its own process. It may be different, like from 20 to 25% from industry to industry level. Okay, so process is actually this thing. Let's say I'll give you an example again, that if you have to construct develop one drawing, so what are the steps you have to take? First of all, you have to conduct one meeting, then you have to requirement plan. Okay, then you have to survey the things, taking the coordinates, then AutoCAD, on AutoCAD you have to prepare the drawing. So these are the steps to prepare a general drawing. So this would be called as a process. Okay, so that's it for today. Inshallah, in next lecture I'll cover the rest of the lecture, and that video will also be uploaded on my YouTube channel. Subscribe this channel for getting more updates on my YouTube channel. Thank you.